Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live at 5. It is Monday, July 1st, Canada Day.
Canada.
I've been told. I'm Beth Stevens.
I'm Eric King.
And we are here in the studio with Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Queen of the North.
Queen of the North.
I'll take it.
Yeah, no, she'll take any kind of queendom.
That's true.
We have a very exciting guest here today.
We certainly do. Andrew Barth Feldman is here from
Dear
Dear Evan
Evan
Hansen.
Hansen.
Evan
Yay.
Hansen himself.
Mr. Evan Hanson
Yes.
in the house. But first, our top 5.
A new biomusical is making its way to Broadway.
Are you going to sing?
That's right. I can't. No.
Okay.
You have to pay me. Neil Diamond, he has a biomusical, and it's coming to Broadway. It will be directed by Tony winner Michael Mayer, and this is written by 3-time Oscar nominee Anthony McCartan, who wrote Bohemian Rhapsody, which is an Oscar nominee as well.
So he knows a thing or two about biomusicals.
He certainly does, and I will also say, this is an interesting quote that Diamond said, "The inspiration for many of my early songs came from shows like West Side Story, My Fair Lady, and Fiddler on the Roof." So
I can see it. Fiddler on the Roof, Sweet Caroline. You can feel it, right? It's there. It's in there. It's in there somewhere.
this is going to be produced by Ken Davenport and Four Seasons legend Bob Gaudio.
Bob Gaudio.
Another movie
Also a character in Jersey Boys, just so you know.
And we're going to get casting and additional details to come, but we can be expecting that bound for Broadway.
Mm-hmm. And we are not poor unfortunate souls after this casting news.
This is like casting news light. Melissa McCarthy is in talks. She's just talking. She's just having conversation about playing Ursula in The Little Mermaid. Now, we have to call this, what do we call these things? Live action remakes?
That's exactly what I would call it.
Yeah, because it's already a movie, then it's a Broadway show, and then they make it a movie again because, you know, that's
and then
how
they're
they
like
do.
sort of like imposed into the, their faces.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's what I was going to say. So this is
technical
directed
term.
by Rob Marshall. And, of course, we'll feature songs from Alan Menken, but new tunes, a few new tunes from Alan Menken and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Because
That's right.
if there's
Lin-Manuel
a-
is obsessed with this.
He's
with this
obsessed.
musical.
He's obsessed. Film stars Jacob Tremblay and Awkwafina, who's also the publicist Sheldon in The Prom, I had to say it, are also in talks to play Flounder and Scuttle, respectively. I love
That'll be
saying
cute.
It is really cute. So we don't know if this is really going to happen, but it's in talks, so we're going to just say we're excited.
I want to know who's playing Flotsam and Jetsam.
Of course you do.
There it is. And this is some sweet, beautiful news.
It is beautiful. Andrew Kober will be going into Beautiful, the Carole King musical, for a limited run starting July 16th through September 1st as Don Kirshner. So he replaces Paul Anthony Stewart, who leaves on July 14th and will return on September 3rd. Kober has recently been seen in Alice by Heart, which I loved. He played the turtle. And he was quite good. He has a great voice. And his Broadway credits include School of Rock, Sunday in the Park with George, She Loves Me, Les Mis, and Hair. Obviously, we all know Vanessa Carlton is making her Broadway debut.
Obviously.
But da-da-da-da-da-da. In Beautiful right now as Carole King. So go see it.
Great. I love that. Yeah, and Connor McPherson is already working on something new, and it's going to the West End.
He's a busy guy.
Busy guy.
Connor McPherson, the Irish playwright and director who will be seen on Broadway. His work will be seen on Broadway with Girl from the North Country, has adapted Anton Chekhov's Uncle Vanya, and now is going to the West End to the Harold Pinter Theater. It's directed by Ian Rickson. Fun fact, Ian Rickson has directed Connor McPherson before with The Weir on Broadway, his debut. Long story short.
Love that.
Tony winner Sonia
reunion.
Friedman is the producer. And, very exciting, Toby Jones, very famous actor, will play Uncle Vanya, and Richard Armitage will play Astrov. More details to come.
And the diner is thriving and making history.
So this is a kind of exciting piece of trivia. Next time you find yourself at a bar and someone asks, "What's the longest running show
At the Brooks Atkinson?"
Then you can say Waitress, because
Yes.
on June 30th it officially played 1,329 performances, surpassing the length of time that 1975, same time next year. had played at that theater. So it is now the 9th longest running show currently playing on Broadway. So that's currently playing on Broadway.
Currently.
That's not in
That's
Broadway
a lot of
history.
information you're throwing at
It's
us.
kind of like semantics.
Yes. Andrew Barth Feldman is a theater dork, and I'm sure he's going to ask someone, but he's not old enough to go to a bar. But you could ask at Starbucks or something. It's fine. Go on.
If you have a trivia night that you know of that's non-alcoholic, please let us know.
And invite Andrew Barth Feldman.
And invite him. It currently stars Shoshana Bean, making her Broadway return, Eric Bergen, Noah Galvin, Caitlin Houlihan, and Charity Angel Dawson.
Yay.
Love that.
Well,
Yes.
we have some more things to talk about, don't we?
We got a lot of stuff on the site.
Because, it's Monday, and we weren't really here very much last week, especially Friday.
You saw
were
me
here.
a lot.
You were here.
Eric
So
was
we
here.
have a clubbroadway.com performance.
Yes. Oh my God. Our
Is that
new
why you're wearing
Alphaba.
green? Caitlin's wearing green
Yeah,
today.
that is why I'm wearing green.
That's in honor.
good.
in
New
honor.
Alphaba, Hannah Corneau. She sings No Good Deed. She sounds
Gorgeous.
amazing.
Spooky.
We have our Ashley Blair Fitzgerald Gotta Dance. We have our staff picks for July.
Yes. What are you
did you
looking
pick?
forward to
pick?
in July? We're probably looking forward to the same things.
What did you guys pick?
I picked Sherry Renee Scott and Norbert Leo Butz at 54 Below.
I picked Lion King.
See,
I can't wait for Beyonce.
the movie Lion King.
Yeah, the
Got
movie
it.
Lion King.
We have photos of Vanessa Carlton's Broadway debut in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. And Be More Chill did a Tiny Desk concert.
I love the Tiny Desk
They're
concerts.
so cute.
They're so cute
At
and tiny.
NPR, and so we had that to look at for too as well.
Go watch that.
Eric, thank you for your service.
Bye. Thanks, Beth.
Caitlin, will you please tell us a little bit more about our guest?
Gladly. Yes, we have Andrew Barth Feldman here with us in the studio. He is currently making his Broadway debut as the titular role in Dear Evan Hansen. He won the 2018 Jimmy Awards. Maybe you've heard of them. We'll talk. They just happened like last week. Amazing. He's the youngest person to play the lead in the Tony-winning musical. Follow him on Twitter at Andrew B. Feldman and on Instagram at Andrew B. Feldman _. Or is it switched?
No, you're right.
Oh, I was right.
Couldn't
Great.
snag the not
He couldn't
underscore.
snag it. So if you have his name, give it to him for Instagram so they can be the same. Leave all of your questions in the comments below. And please welcome Andrew and Beth.
Thank you, Caitlin. Welcome, Andrew.
Yay! Hi.
We're so thrilled to have you here, and we have to talk about last week's Jimmy
Oh
Awards.
my God, yeah.
Now, you won a year ago.
I did.
Kind of an eventful year for you.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
But you got to go and revisit the Jimmy Awards. What was that like?
Oh my God, it was the best. It was very surreal. We did a video the week before. It was like we sang "You'll Be Found," and it was like that. And Alex Lacamoire was there, and it was the most incredible thing. And I was a little nervous that they were gonna feel the pressure of what
That you have to get a lead in a Broadway show
exactly
2 weeks later.
what has been happening for me and Renee, which we've been so lucky. But it's
So that's Renee
Renee Rapp,
who's
who's
in Mean Girls.
Yes.
And will be our new Regina George.
yeah. I didn't want them to feel like that was their plan, that they were gonna win their regional program, come to the Jimmies, win the Jimmies, get a job. That's not the outlook you should have when approaching that week or this business. So,
Right.
but I did my best to sort of talk to them about it, but they really seemed like they were in like absolutely the right headspace about it, and were totally there for the right reasons, and they were such amazing people, performers. It was an awesome night.
So this is the High School Theater Awards.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about how it works, since you went all the way through, won it, jumped through the hoop,
Sure.
rang the bell, and got the part.
So a lot of regions, I think it's like, I don't remember how many states it is, but it's not all the states, it's not all the regions, it's not everywhere, have these regional programs that recognize performances in high school musicals. Or some of them are like a mini Jimmys and almost more like the Tonys, where they'll do like best musical and best lighting design in a certain budget and best lighting design in a certain other budget. It's very cool what some of them do. The one here, the Roger Rees Awards, I'm from Long Island, so I was in that one, and it's just performance. Actually, surprisingly, it's one of the least elaborate ones of all of them, not for better or for worse. It's still really, really great, and it's just like one day of training, and then you're chosen as a finalist, and then, whatever happens. So everyone goes to those regional programs.
It feels like a lot of pressure, though.
It is.
I mean, it's a lot of people performing and being judged against each
I
other.
think it was 50 nominees for the Roger Rees Awards.
That's amazing.
And so in every regional program, there's a male and female winner. And those people, those 86 people this year that won from all those different regions, go to New York and go to the Jimmy Awards. And then that's 8 14-hour plus days of rehearsal for your opening number, your medley, your production number, whatever you're in, and judging and coaching. It's intense. It's boot camp, you know?
Do you feel like you're going to be involved with the Jimmy Awards forever?
I hope so. I want to be.
I think you should be.
It's the most magical week. It's the coolest thing in the whole world. Even in the smallest of ways, I would love to be involved. We were trying to pressure them into letting Renee and I host next year. So let's.
And the pressure's on. If you say it on Live at 5,
now.
it comes
Exactly.
true.
That was the idea. That's why I brought it up.
That's how life works. Hashtag Live at 5. So, how are things going over at the Music Box Theater?
It's been amazing. It's really been the most incredible thing, and you know, it's exhausting and it's so hard, obviously, but it's the most fulfilling, cathartic, beautiful show, obviously, and being a part of that every night with the most incredible cast on Broadway is awesome.
Tell me about your stage door experiences. How's your autograph?
Oh yeah, I'm okay. So
It's a long name, you know.
So my handwriting's terrible, and so what I decided to do is I keep it short. I do ABF.
I like
Smart,
it.
right?
I've been calling you
Smart
that
man.
anyway because it seems like the right thing
That's
to do.
that's what I've been getting, and I appreciate it. No, yeah. So that's I keep it quick. It's nice and easy. I've definitely evolved it over time, just
Oh.
making it quicker.
So people have to come back to see the evolution.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it's different. Yeah, it's great. That's I try not to do. I usually don't do photos because I live on Long Island. I commute every night, and I'm tired. But most of the time, audiences are super understanding of that.
So we know that you're a theater nerd from way back, and you recently tweeted that you think Mayor Pete Buttigieg,
Oh, yeah.
presidential candidate, would be a really good Evan
I
Hansen.
stand by it.
And I think that's a great thing to do. I think you should stand by your thoughts. Do you want to dreamcast any of the other presidential potential nominees?
I think Cameron Kasky brought this up. I think Andrew Yang would be great as the Evan alternate. I think he's great.
I like this. I like this. We're only going to do Evan Hansen.
Wow.
That's so funny.
Wow, great question. Kirsten Gillibrand as Cynthia Murphy would be great.
Very nice.
Yeah, is that good?
That's good.
You can branch out.
I'm
if you want.
thinking. Kamala Harris as Heidi. I'm all in for that.
Okay.
For it.
We're liking this. I think we can make this happen if you try really hard.
I gotta think. That's what I have for
That's what
you
you
for
have.
now.
Okay.
I think it's good.
Oh wait, no, Marianne Williamson is Cynthia. That's really funny.
This is as political as we get.
Yeah,
on
this is
Live at
it.
5. This is what we do. This is what we do. I know that
that's
all
so
of you have
funny.
questions because Caitlin's like scrolling frantically.
I am scrolling.
So we are going to toss it over to your fans, Andrew.
Wow.
All right. Okay. So Alexandra asks, if you met Evan in real life, what advice would you give him? Also, love from London with a smiley face.
That's nice. Hey, Alexander from London. It's interesting. One of the things I do before the show every night is I kind of have something that Evan does a lot in the show is he talks to himself. Like he's writing a letter, or he's just having a sort of a conversation with himself. That's what Words Fail is. That's what a lot of it is. So something that I do before the show is depending on how I'm feeling, I'll have a conversation with Evan as Evan, sort of in the mirror, and just like a pep talk or reflecting or whatever. And
You don't share a dressing room with anyone else.
I don't. That would be super weird. No, but so that's a lot of what I do is pumping him up and giving the advice that he would give himself. But what I would say to him is that he's worthy of love, and I think that's something that he tells himself, but that he doesn't know, and that's sort of what sends him into the story. Is that although he can't connect, it's because he doesn't think that he deserves it on a very subconscious level.
Good answer.
I love it.
Thanks.
Good answer. Deep, man. Okay, so Brian wants to know, what made you decide to get into theater in the first place?
Whoa, hey Brian. I saw Beauty and the Beast on Broadway at the Palace Theater when I was 3 years old.
Don't bring 3-year-olds to the theater, ladies and gentlemen.
I was a very
You're precocious.
articulate
Yes.
3-year-old.
Classy.
And I had a friend whose cousin was playing Chip, and so we got to do like the Disney backstage tour
wow.
before, and I just like couldn't wrap my head around it being like, I just couldn't get what was going on. I was like, this is a very fancy house. I don't know what this is. And then I saw the show and I was like, oh, this makes sense. This is another world that we're getting to live in for 2.5 hours. And that's really magical. And then, my family loves to go to Broadway shows. So we went to a lot over the next couple of years. And then when I was 8 years old, somebody was like, there's community theater near us. Do you want to do it? And I was like, this is a thing we can just do? Like, we can just go and do this? We don't have to be chosen
one's
by
gonna stop
some
you.
higher power. So that was really it. And I did a really bad production of Annie. I played Mr. Bundles, the laundry man.
I'm sure it was fantastic.
It
Go on.
wasn't. Truly was not.
There are a lot of Annies out there, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And you kept on going. You
I
kept
did.
on-
I just loved it. I loved creating it. I think I'm a very ambitious person, for better or for worse, and I just loved sort of continuing to challenge myself in that medium.
Let's talk about Smash.
Oh, please, let's.
What's our next step? The show has been gone for many years now.
Here's the thing.
Yes, I
that
want
I
to hear.
don't understand is that Smash happened, and
Yes.
then
How old were you when Smash happened?
I don't know. I
Doesn't
watched
matter.
it after.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Smash happened, and then Broadway had this huge sort of resurgence and renaissance of
Are you saying
interest.
causation, correlation?
I don't know.
Okay.
But the point is, why would we not be doing Smash in this world? Because you can capitalize off of Broadway's popularity as well as grow it and bring it to a larger audience. People want to know what's going on backstage, and that's what Smash is. Whether it's true or not, it's still fun to look at.
It's definitely not true. But
It's-
that's
no,
okay.
not at all.
That's okay.
And there are just so many interesting stories on Broadway now.
We all loved Smash, didn't we, Caitlin? We all did.
Love Smash. Megan Hilty told me she would do it.
Yeah, Megan's
She
in.
said she
They're
would do
in.
it.
It's-
She said
I-
she would do
I
it.
So
texted-
Bombshell still could come.
Right, that's on the table. I'm in. Cast
Okay,
me
that's
as
all I wanted to
I don't
ask.
know.
Yeah. Whatever
Megan
you want.
Hilty.
Yeah. Cast you as Megan Hilty.
Yeah, in Bombshell.
ABF for
Megan
Megan
Hilty as Marilyn Monroe in Bombshell.
Starring Andrew Barth
Not
Feldman.
Catherine McPhee. I mean, she's great
can-
too, but I'm more of a Megan Hilty, I think.
Oh, okay. It's all
I'm
coming
Team
out now.
Ivy.
Team
you know?
Ivy.
Team Ivy.
You have to choose sides. That's the
You'd
whole
have
point.
to. And I just think Ivy worked harder for it. That's
She went through a
tea.
lot
That's my hot take.
there in Times
Hot
Square.
take.
Whether it was ethical or not.
Hot takes. That's amazing. We can do a few more questions. Okay, so Chian wants to know what Disney movie would you want to star in and bring to Broadway?
My answer for this was Hercules, but now it's coming to Broadway and I'm not in it. And I'm really happy about the casting, so I'm just gonna leave that there. I don't need to be in it. Although I'm open.
Yeah, you're available.
I'm not,
You're
but
not
I'm.
available. If you can wear a polo shirt and a cast, you'll
Yeah,
be there.
if I could just go, if I could do young Hercules for the first half of Act 1 and then go do Evan,
That's
I'm
not
in.
gonna work. Okay, go on.
No, but I'm a big fan of Finding Nemo the musical at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and Marlin is a dream role one day. I'd love to do it.
You dream big, Andrew Barth
I
Feldman.
do.
Yeah, I love
do.
it. I love it.
So Finding
Okay,
Nemo the
I think we
musical.
have time for one more question.
Yes, let's do one more. Okay, so McKenna wants to know what is your favorite quality that Evan has?
You can interpret his actions any which way, but the way that I choose to interpret them and that the motivation that my Evan has is his fierce empathy and how much he is interested in and respects the feeling of others and how much he just wants to make how uncomfortable he is with somebody being sad and how much he wants to fix that. I think that's so admirable,
In
even
what-
though it sends him down such a dark path.
In what ways are you like Evan?
It's hard for me to pinpoint that because I feel like his journey has become such a logical one to me at this point that it just seems like I've been doing it so much that it's like this makes sense why he does this. It doesn't feel out of the ordinary. But I like to think that we share. He's very passionate, and I think that we share that. He's passionate about everything that he involves himself in with the Connor Project and with the Murphys. He's extremely passionate about solving all of these problems and putting Band-Aids on all of these wounds. And so that's something that I think we share, again, for better or for worse.
Okay, let's dig deep. Have you stripped your closet of all striped polos?
You know, there's this one
I only ask
shirt.
hard-hitting questions.
I don't wear any of them anymore. But there's this one shirt that I wore one of the days on the week of the Jimmys that is not a polo, but it's like the blue striped thing, and everyone was like, haha, you look like Evan. And I literally went up and changed because people wouldn't shut up. So I don't wear that, and I still have like the Evan Hansen polo in my closet that they gave us that Jimmy's week. I'm never going to wear it because I wear it all the time. So
You should frame it.
I've not removed them, but I don't wear them.
They're just shoved to the side.
Yes.
See, this is the kind of questions I know you wanted to ask. Andrew, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Team Ivy.
Team
Go to the
Ivy.
Music Box Theater and see this very talented gentleman. Caitlin, will you take us on out?
Gladly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow when we talk to Nicholas Padani all about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.